Um, Hi everyone, Bahalings. Even though I'm the only one here, but I'm still gonna say it anyway. Sorry about the cancellation of yesterday's watch along with Orboat. Could not figure out how to get like Orboat heard on stream, so that's why that got canceled. Um, I don't know how long this stream is gonna be, cause like I have three different like ideas, and they're not like complete ideas. Especially if I'm like the only one here or the only one like talking, then it's gonna be even shorter. I may wait like a little bit, not long, just see if anyone joined. Cause I was talking to people or talking in like servers, two of them, mine and another one, about I hope people join. Cause I'm curious what people's input is on this, the ideas, or if they have their own ideas on a VTuber movie or show. I know there's one coming out that I found out about like very recently. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a long ass fucking name. Trying to remember what it was about from the trailer. Like it comes out in July. It's like this VTuber that I think like her persona or how she acts is like all nice and stuff. Um but like that's not getting her a lot of views, but then like suddenly on one of her streams she starts acting crazy and that like makes her uh get a lot more viewers, so she just starts doing that. I'm excited for it, even though I can't remember the full name. It's obviously has VTuber in the title. It's not like an established VTuber, I don't think. It's just like kind of like its own for the story. So yeah, so excited for that. I did also write this in like my notes app on my PC, so it's not gonna like have the best presentation, I guess. Yeah. All right. Gonna wait a little bit. Maybe wait till it hits like the 8 minute mark or close to there or something. Honestly, I doubt this will hit the hour mark this stream because it's not a lot of like info to go over about they have currently. So yeah. Mhm, mhm. Might wait till it like hits like 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Close enough, just 30 more seconds for it to be 8 minutes. 7 minutes and 12 seconds right now, so um making sure I'm on the right tab because there's three of them, and I want to start out with like the first one first and not accidentally be on the third one first. Spoil the surprise. Yeah, looks like it. Okay. Hold on. I'll, I guess, keep that right there. Okay. Wait. Okay, yeah, you can see all the lettering. They well slightly off. Let me move this. I mean, you can see what it is, but I'm gonna read them. VTuber movie or shows idea one. Yes, one. Movie or series name Yago. Story. The story of what Yago's life was like before the creation of Hololive, how Hololive got made, how he got the name Hol, or why did I say Hololive? How he got the name Yago, and goes into the impact Hololive had on people, both working there or not. Composer, I don't know, but maybe add talent songs in there. Actor, someone decent at acting that looks quite like Yago. I mean, on the acting side of things, I know usually I know with biopics they don't actually get the person, they just get someone that kind of looks like them or add makeup to them to make them look like them something. So, realistically, if a Yago biopic got made, they would probably get someone else to play Yago. I'm also trying to like think of things where like if a VTuber movie series got made, what would they actually like make, I guess? Like for me, I would want like a VTuber movie or series that has like talents from all over, or about all over, like whole life talents, um, VShojo talents, independence, like all those in one movie. But I feel like maybe realistically we wouldn't get that. And like one made by like a company, just one company would be more likely that or the idea I was bringing up earlier of a thing that actually is getting made or has been made where it's just like an independent story of like a VTuber that doesn't exist. So something like this I feel like could be very tangible or like it could happen. I do think the man does deserve like a biopic. Like, he helped created Hololive, right? And then had these talents join, and then like independents and stuff were inspired by these talents and they became VTubers too. And like go over like what was his life like before that, right? And then what led to the creation of Hololive. I think that could be a very interesting story to like tell on screen. I mean, sure, you can watch like a video going over like him and stuff, or how he got the name Yago. There's that too. It goes over how he got that name. I think it was like Subaru. I think that's how you named the duck VTuber. From what I remember hearing, it was like, oh, she called him Yago by accident. Then he just became known as like Yago or whatever. But doing like a visual representation of like, not obviously it's not going to be 100% accurate because it's a biopic, but like doing a visual representation of like how whole life got created and the effect it had on people, whether it be the talents, shit, even him, or the people outside of Whole Life that are watchers, or became VTubers because of like, these talents from Whole Life. English, ID, um, the ones from Japan, like that could be a really good story, like to tell in like a film or series. I imagined it more as like a movie, I guess, but it could work better as a show because you have more time to like go over his life and all that. So, but yeah, on the composing, I'm looking at composing on my notes. On the composing side of things, earlier I did put like Teddy Lloyd. I don't know, but then it's like, would his style of music kind of somewhat more upbeat fit the story? I mean, I say that, and it's like add talent songs in there, but I just said, well, maybe add talent songs in there because it deals with the talents too, and so makes sense to have the talent songs in there, dealing with whole live the talents as well. So it makes sense to have like songs of theirs in there, play, I guess. But like, I'm not sure if like a very upbeat soundtrack would like fit a Yago biopic. I'm not sure, or if something kind of more hopeful sounding, but not like super upbeat would be more fitting with what I'm describing, what the story would be, deal with. Now, the next idea. I think some of these people that help make VTuber songs would fit better with, like Teddy Lloyd and stuff. So, who would I get? I mean, I don't really know a Pacific actor in mind, but someone that's like said decent or like it shows decent at acting and all that. Oh my God, did my light just turn off for like a second? Um, and turn back on? What the hell? Um, what the flicker chick? I guess I can move on to the next idea. VTuber movie or series idea 2. Hololive movie set in an alternate universe, not main story. Because I don't know exactly what you do in mind for the main story. Just kind of like the world building side of things, I guess. Takes place in an alternate universe where the avatars are alive, acting like how they do in lore, and we see how they interact with in that universe. Composer Teddy Lloyd, Kira, I think that's how you say it. Deco 27, Quad, I think that's how you say his name. So those three, like I was saying earlier, those are just people that have like worked, help making like VTuber songs and stuff, and they have kind of like upbeat styled like music. So I feel like that style of music would fit. I mean, those three among others that I've heard for VTuber songs composing would fit. I feel like this style of movie. Um, Quaid, I think that's how you say his name. He's made songs for like Bow, Numi. There's two other ones he did. There's a clown like VTuber I cannot remember the name of. Uh, and he made another one for a VTuber I cannot remember the name of right now. But like his voice and his music, I can see fitting really, really well. I will not to lie to you. I know I'm going over it before reading this whole thing like I did before, but oh well. Doing a song or songs for it, and would want some amazing. Is this cut off? Uh oh, some amazing songs from Hololive talents to show up in there. Yeah, like excuse me. Like I can imagine like in the credits you have like what like one original song for it. Maybe have like different talents come together to work on a song for that represents the film or the series. And then have like well, I mean if actually I just thought about this. If it's a show, maybe like each episode at the end of the credits has like one or two like VTuber songs that we all know and love. But if it's a movie, that but like two VTuber songs that we know and love in there. And other songs throughout the course of the film, but not like so much to where I guess they overtake the original tracks made for the film or the series. Um oh yeah, don't forget to read that. Voice actors, of course, the talents themselves. Yeah, I mean, yeah, get the talents themselves, of course. Why, I don't know why you wouldn't. I mean, of course, this would also like show Yago in some way or reference him, but obviously he's not going to have as much of a part in the story because it's not a biopic about him. But like, yeah, I don't know what you would do for the main story, like who the main villain would be, what kind of adventure some of the talents would be going on. I just know like, okay, let's set it in like an alternate universe, right? Like the universe we are actually in exists, right? With the talents and all that. But like there was an alternate universe where the talents avatars are like, you know, what they actually look like and they're acting like how they do in lore and they have areas. They're very they look very much how it would in their lore. Like I don't know, like maybe Callie in the story, her own area has like skeletons or something around it, or it looks very kind of hellish or whatever. and girl would be like part of the ocean, like stuff like that, you know. And we see how they like interact. Like how do they interact with each other in that universe? That could be interesting too. What does the world as a whole, well, maybe not as a whole, because you wouldn't see the whole planet, but like what would the world look like? You know? Yeah. And then it would obviously have a more upbeat soundtrack because I feel like this kind of thing would really fit it. I can see it really fitting it. Um, I can see it being a really fun movie or series, which I think is, well, that is why the upbeat music would be more fitting because this idea would be much more fun, I guess, compared to, I mean, not that a Yago biopic won't be fun to watch. This is just trying to be more a fun time, I guess, compared to that, maybe. I don't know. Um, Trying to think, should I move on to the third idea? Um, I guess. I might actually read the whole thing this time, then go over thoughts. More thoughts on it. VTuber movie or series idea 3. Upcoming VTuber story dealing with the struggles of starting out VTubing. Story. A fan of VTubers is inspired enough by them to become one himself, but once he becomes one, starts feeling starts getting the creeping feeling that maybe he isn't good enough and will never live up to his inspirations. Composer. Maybe Teddy Lloyd's. I don't know why I added an S there. Let me fix that real quick. Um, Maybe Teddy Lloyd, Kira, Deco 27, and others' style could fit the tone of when things are going better for the main character and maybe have some already released songs in there that fit the story and come from the main character's favorite VTubers. Where do I start with this one? I mean, that could maybe be an interesting story. Like you get the kind of visual representation of what it feels like to for maybe some people to start out as a VTuber where like, oh, they're inspired by these certain VTubers that are like awesome, amazing, but then they do it and they feel like they're not good enough, like maybe having to cancel streams or just certain complications that come up trying to VTube or whatever. Trying to think of what's maybe Teddy Lloyd, Karen Deco 27 others could fit. Like maybe the more upbeat nature of their music could fit like when the main character is getting better at VTubing or when he's like making his model or whatever. Kind of like when things are going really good in the story, it's got that upbeat music to fit it. I don't know. I mean, maybe you could say the same. What I just said, maybe you could say the same about the Yago biopic, but it's like, would that kind of music fit that? And then like, if there is like VTuber songs in there that we know and love, they're songs that lyrically fit what's going on in the story, whether it be like mainly good things happening to the character and like the lyrics kind of fit that. Um, or maybe bad too, I don't know. And also have the songs that are in there be VTubers we know the main character likes, like I don't know, Kiara or something. Uh, just an example. Um, or Maureen or something, I don't know. Uh, Trying to think like what else I could add to this. Um, like by the end, should I say? I guess like by the end, he ends up becoming a more successful VTuber. And he stops getting that like creeping feeling of not being good enough. And like there's like trying to think. Uh, There's like maybe the theme of like you shouldn't feel like you'll never live up to these other VTubers. You matter just as much as they do, sort of thing. They're just because they struggle less with streaming or something doesn't mean they're better than you. Or remember I'm sure they had to struggle at times too. Well, I don't know, something like that. I was wondering if I was giving away too much, like if, but then again, well, giving away too much because I'm going really in depth on the story now, um, on like the themes and stuff. But then it's like I'm not gonna make this. I don't plan to like make this. These are just like I guess like not complete pitches, just kind of like more so getting the idea out there. But I doubt not much people's gonna see it, and that's fine. It's just nice to be able to express like these ideas I've had. My newest idea was idea 3. Um, but yeah, trying to think of what to like say next. I do hope like we do eventually get like a film, or even if it's not, and it's just like a series outside of the one I mentioned is coming out earlier. Like that would be. I feel like there's enough material to work with that you could make a movie or a series. Um, Now if I had to say like which idea I personally would want the most, um, maybe the second one, just because I can see that like being so interesting. Well, I mean, biopic would be really interesting too. This one would be the one I would be least interested in. Not that it would be a bad story to tell with VTubing, but this idea is just something like that is more appealing to me. Same with like the Yago one. But if I had to choose between the Yago one and this one, definitely two. Um, I actually did. I haven't worked on it in a while. I did have like an idea for a VTuber movie where it kind of involved this sort of thing, except it involved like Hololive, Independent, VShojo, stuff like that. And like I was the main character, and and I accidentally sent myself to that universe, try to figure out how to get back. And it's like you see like my interactions with like these VTubers I love, or it's even made clear if it's not a VTuber I recognize, like, huh, I don't recognize that VTuber. Like I had that idea, but like since I knew I couldn't make it like a film or anything, I just started writing it. And I can't remember what the writing books app is called. Fuck. Anyway, I was writing it down in like an app that you write your own like books in, digital books in. And I never finished it. I got at a roadblock, right? So, and I've been stuck there ever since. Well, I mean, I have gone back and added maybe a couple words or something like that, but it's just I'm still at a roadblock. Like, what the hell do I do here? What is? I want to make sure this VTuber's lore is right, but I can't figure out how to like add it in or try and find out more of the VTuber's lore, and I can't find any. So and I don't want to fuck it up. So yeah. Um, I know it probably feels like I've said this a million times, but I'm trying to think of what to say next. Something like that. Mm. Mm. Oh yeah, this third idea. I know it doesn't directly mention like Hololive, but I guess like it would involve Hololive VTubers the main character is a fan of. The third idea. Um, hmm. I was thinking of maybe saying some, but then I was remember. No, I already said that before. I was thinking, should I say like my favorite like VTuber, Hololive VTubers, Kiara? But then I remember, wait, I've brought that up before. I guess nothing wrong with bringing up some multiple times, because like not every person gonna watch every stream or VOD, right? So, um, I guess since I'm talking about Hololive, I'll say this: I'm like trying to collect some Hololive merch. Um, I ordered like 4 things on like eBay recently, and 3 things were Hololive merch. Two of the Hololive things were like in America or being sold in America, whereas two of the other things were being sold from Japan. So two have came, wait, still waiting on two. The 2 things I got from America was like a little small. My dumbass called her chibi, but it's small. A small like Kiara keychain. Um, and also like the band Presto like Mori Calliope. I have that too. God, that shit's sexy. Anyway, um, and then the other two I'm waiting on is a Godzilla -1 acrylic stand. I love -1 so much. I saw that in the theater and thought it was like a masterpiece. And I really want -1 merch. And I wanted to start collecting acrylic stands because like Hololive, but also like the Godzilla ones too. So I got one of the Godzilla ones, still waiting on that. And the other thing from Japan is it's another like small keychain, but it's of Mori. Um, so waiting on that. And I would like to collect like more whole life merch outside of that. Like I'm thinking like I don't know, like maybe for my birthday or something, and maybe next Christmas I could get like more Whole Life merch because I want to build like a Whole Life collection and put it on like my desk where my laptop and my second screen is, my monitor or whatever. And then eventually I want to like take a picture of it just to like kind of show my setup, I guess. Because I know people like seeing that sort of stuff. Uh, um, hmm. Ah, Screen's been 31 minutes and 37 seconds. So I know the stream is like short as fuck, but like I may end it here. Hold on, let me get rid of this. All right. Well, I guess I'll see you on the next one. Sorry the stream was so short, or like I don't have like a complete idea, or like my presentation isn't really like the best. But I'm happy I made this. I really am. If like anyone sees a lot of this, I'm curious like what people like think, and like if you got any of your own ideas or you have like something to say on like the ideas I've said or both even. I guess say in the comments. I really really want to know like what people think of these ideas or what their own ideas are that I didn't even think of. So yeah, I'll see you on the next one then. Bye Baja Links. Keep drinking Baja all day every day. Because Baja is good.